Hey everybody, how you doing? This is probably about to be the most ridiculous video we have ever done, and I've got a big smile on my face because I know what we're about to do. But Walmart started carrying this 3/8 inch steel plate. I saw it the other day. I go through Walmart Sporting Goods probably like once a week because I'm always looking at what's clearanced, because they always have a bunch of cheap stuff clearance for whatever reason. So I found this there. It wasn't clearanced. I want to say this was actually like 30 some dollars, but I said we've got to buy that piece of steel, and we're gonna make a video where we literally shoot it with everything. So even all the way up to the 50 BMG. What video wouldn't be complete without the 50 BMG? But 3/8 inch Walmart steel versus everything. This is about to be a whole lot of fun. Let me give you a close look at all the different calibers we're going to shoot at it in this video real quick. So from left to right, not necessarily smallest to largest, but something close to that, we've got 22 LR, then we got 380 ACP, then we've got 9mm. Is that 9mm? No, that's a 40. I don't have a 9mm on the table. What in the devil? Well, there's your 9mm out of my carry gun. Honor guard. Yee-yee. But back to what we were talking about. Let's start it over here. We got 22 LR, then we got a 380, then we got a 9mm, then we have a 40, then a 38 special, 357 Magnum, then we have a 45 ACP, and then we got a 10mm. And then that concludes the pistol rounds. Then coming up this direction, we've got a 30-30. Then we have a 32 Winchester special. That's kind of an odd one. Then we have a 243. Then we got a, what in the world is this? I don't even remember. That's a 308. Then we have a 270. Then we got a 30-06. Then we got two different 450 Bushmasters. These are from Black Butterfly. And then we have two different 4570s. Then we have some Hornady SST 12 gauge slugs. Those are some bad mamma jammas. And then last but not least, we have the ever so famous 50 BMG. Now you saw all the different calibers. Let's run quick and look at all the different guns. Then we're gonna get to shooting. I wanna blast this steel, see if that 50 BMG will poke a hole through that 3/8 inch. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Let's go look at the guns. Here is a quick rundown of the pistols. Heritage 22 LR, Taurus Spectrum 380, Honor Guard, Honor Defense 9mm, SIG P239 in a 40. Then we have a Taurus Model 66 for the 38 and 357 Magnum, Glock 21 for the 45 ACP, and a Rock Island 1911 for the 10mm. And then probably maybe my favorite pistol, I don't know, hard to pick out of all these, the Bfro and 30-30 Winchester. Starting on a line of the big boys here, we have a Weatherby PA-08 Slug Gun. Then a Ruger American in 450 Bushmaster. Then we got a Weatherby Vanguard in 270. Above that, we have a Marlin Model 1895 4570. And back over here, we have a Weatherby Vanguard in 243. We got a Ruger American in 30-06, a Ruger 1022. Then we got a Ruger American in 308. Then at the top there, we have a Winchester in 32 Winchester Special, kind of an oddball rifle. Last but not least, the Barrett M99 in 50 BMG. Oh, you hear the eagles above us are even crying out for it. If you really want to, go ahead and skip to the end of the video, because that's where we're going to be shooting the 50 BMG at the target. But let's get set up. I'm going to do this as quick as I can so the video isn't crazy long. We're just going to turn the cameras on and bing bang boom, shoot everything. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. All right, I've got the Walmart steel set up right at 15 yards downrange. First of all, disclaimer, always be very careful shooting steel and make sure it's far enough distance. Don't just go shooting guns at random pieces of metal. So 15 yards, we're gonna slay this table of pistols, see what happens to that Walmart target, starting with the 22 right here. Let's get to going. I don't know how much I loaded in all these, but pretty sure I loaded them all to the max. Let's get to boogieing. Let's have some fun. First is the Heritage 22. I think this thing holds 6 or 7. I don't know. Single action revolver, 22. Ha! I forgot these have a safety on them. Safety's off now. Been a while since I shot this one. Okay. For a split second there, I thought I put a hole through the target, but I think it's just the paper film maybe. I gotta run down there and check it. Yeah, so first of all, I thought that target was like a piece of the metal, but that whole target is just a sticker. So that's kind of chintzy and a bummer. But either which way, we should still be able to hit that big old piece of steel. So let's finish off this 22 here. I can't even hear it ringing. So at 22, barely even shook that target. Next up, Taurus Spectrum, which is a 380 ACP. .380 shaking that target a little bit more than the 22. Alright, now we're to the 9mm. Let me pause and show you this one. This is the Honor Defense Honor Guard 9mm. This is my new carry gun. There's one in the pipe. Like I said, this is my carry gun. And I have it loaded with the Honor Defense frangible hollow points. So, pretty cool rounds there. I'm going to ring that steel here. Hopefully I can hit it since I've been carrying it. Shot that one just high. Nine millimeters shakes that sucker too. Now we're up to the Taurus Model 66. We're gonna do 3 shots of 38 Special, 3 shots of 357 Magnum. Oh, that trigger is so light it surprised me. This is a very good revolver. Now to the 357 Magnum. Definitely tell the difference between the Magnums and the 38s. Now in a 40, we have a SIG P239. It's a good trigger too. Yeah, buddy. And we're going with the Glock 21 and the 45, big old boat. Now we got the 10mm Rock Island. One of my personal favorites. Nothing wrong with the 1911, especially in 10mm. Ooh, I think I missed that last one. Now we got the BFR 3030, but I've got to run and move that target a little bit further away. Whoo-wee! I scooted that sucker back a ways for the 3030 just so we're being safe. Now if I can hit this is going to be the trick. These BFRs have good triggers as well. Hair low on that one. go again. We got to hit it at least once. There we go. Alright, that's all the pistols. Let's go move that target back really far and get out all these big guns. Now we're going to the rifles. What my hope is that we don't just destroy that target with every shot and I have to keep running back and forth up and down the range. I'm already out of breath getting everything just set up down there one time. I need a golf cart or something. But let's start with the rifles. I'm gonna start with the 22. Let's get to shooting. Here is the Ruger 1022, and now that I'm sitting here, I don't think I sighted this in when I put the scope on, but we're about to find out. Yeah, it's on. Actually, Paul at Heavy Metal put this on, so Paul, the scope is on. I gotta stop and breathe for a second. I'm still out of breath from setting up that target. I need to exercise. And we're out. Alright, you are not gonna believe what happened. Let me turn these on so I can hear. I literally just shot this entire video except for the 50 BMG and went down there to go check the target, and my GoPro card got full and turned itself off after shooting the 22 rifle. So I'm gonna shoot it all again, and if I miss this time, I hit them all first try on the second filming. Actually no, I didn't, but now we'll never know. But we just shot the 22 LR. I'm gonna pick up the 243 and we're gonna run down the line, see if we can hit that steel down there. 243, one of my favorites. I get to shoot more guns. Oh, boo. All right, 243. This is that Weatherby Vanguard. We should be able to slap that steel silly with this Weatherby. This is a sweet, sweet shooting rifle. If I miss, I'm just gonna have to throw this rifle. Hopefully I don't miss. Got it. 243. Sweet, sweet shooter. Let's pick something else up. Alright. Now we have the Winchester Model 94 in 32 Winchester Special. And I'll tell you, before the camera cut off, it took me 2 tries to hit that steel. This is a very long distance for me with these open sights, but let's see what we can do here. Hey, what do you know? I hit it. 32 Winchester Special. Let's go pick something else up. All right. Now we have a Ruger American in 308, I believe. Yep, this is the 308. See if we can hit that steel. Got it with the 308. I tell you what, let's pick up the 270 now. All right, this 270 is a Weatherby Vanguard, exact same model as that 243. And I love this little short bipod on this. Actually works out pretty great for shooting off a bench like this. 270 Weatherby Vanguard. Yeah, buddy. Got it with the 270. Caught the brass. Let's go 30-06 next. Any 30-06 fans out there? I bet there's a ton. All right, 30-06 here. Just exact same model as that 308 we just shot, but in the 30-06. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I will do my best to put links to all this stuff in the description down below, just like that bipod, the scopes. Everybody's always asking me especially if they have a 270. Hey, what scope do you have on your 270? I will try my best to put all those links in the description down below. If you're looking for something and don't find it, shoot me a message. You guys know I answer every single comment. So here we go with the 30-06. Yep, got the scope how I want it. Should be money right here. Fire in the hole. Got it. Oh, what's left, guys? I'll tell you what. Let's pick up the 12 gauge slug gun, see what we can do. All right, this one deserves a highlight. Let me get one of these out. This is a Weatherby PA08, and what I shoot out of this are Hornady SST slugs. For the longest time, I hunted public land where you could only use shotguns, and this is a absolute deer slayer. I'm pretty sure they don't even make this anymore, which means makes it even more special to me. But awesome Weatherby P08. I mean, look at that wood. Ooh, mama. But let's see if we can ring that still with this slug gun. I hope we can. This one has been retired for quite some time, so I honestly don't even know if this scope is still on anymore. Should be, but at least if I miss, I've got an excuse, right? Ooh, this is a bad baby. Dadgummit. I missed like a wildfire there. Let's shoot it again. I honestly did not see where that went. That recoil was so nuts. I lost track of it. It's been a long time since I shot this. Somebody tell me where I missed that first one if you see it in the camera. Alright. This is obviously crazy off, so I'm not going to shoot this one again. Those are some crazy expensive shells. We're going to have to sight this baby in and we'll shoot it in another video. Now, another one that deserves a highlight. The 450 Bushmaster, one of my favorites. We've got some black butterfly ammo. These babies right here are going over 2,200 feet per second, which is booking it for a 450 Bushmaster. These are going over 2,700 feet per second, which is crazy fast for 450 Bushmaster. But I'm gonna shoot both of these. I'm gonna shoot that one first, shoot that one second, see what happens. I know this bad boy is dead on because I just sighted this sucker in for deer season. So let me load this monkey up, and we're gonna shoot that still. I get real excited when we talk about shooting these big bore guns, if you can't tell. So 450 Bushmaster, let's do it. I call 2 hits. Ding, ding, ding on these. Love the Bushmaster. What I tell you, this actually has a really nice scope on it. A Styrka S3 rifle scope. Let's shoot that second one here. Yeah, boy. 450 Bushmaster. If you don't have one, you need one. I'll tell you what. Let's do the 4570 next. Because I love big bore rifles, this one also gets a highlight. This is my Marlin Model 1895. I've got a Styrka S3 red dot on it. I cannot hit jack with this on the open sights if it's 50 yards or further. So put the red dot on it. Now we're money. First, I'm gonna shoot an extreme penetrator. Everybody wants to see these in 4570, so we're gonna shoot that first. Second, we're gonna shoot one of these Barnes. These are crazy expanding bullets. If you haven't seen these in the water jugs video, you need to go see that. But I'll shoot these two at that steel with 4570, see what happens. This 4570 is one bad boy. Turn this red dot on. First one, extreme penetrator. I should be able to hit that way down there. It's been a minute though. Got it. A 4570 definitely rings some steel now. Alright, Now the Barnes, if we could hit it with that first one, we ought to be able to hit it with this one. Ping! Got it. Alright, that concludes the video. What did he say? Actually, I think we have one more gun left. Let me go check the barn and see if there's anything left. Yeah, okay, I was just kidding. I'm out of breath. The real reason everybody clicked on this video was to watch us shoot the Barrett 50 BMG against that steel. So let's get it set up and do it. First of all, I'm gonna sit here for about 30 seconds and catch my breath. Whew. All right, this one's for all the marbles. You would think if we hit that steel with all those other no-name pistols and no-name rifles, we should be able to hit it with the stinking sniper rifle, right? But let's see what happens. I'm tired and I'm old and I'm out of breath. That almost sounded like a good song. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just tired and I'm getting corny because I'm getting tired. I think that's probably it. That's what my wife would tell you. Should we turn the illumination on this scope? How do we even do that? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Make it feel fancier. Let's put green crosshairs on this baby. Okay, I hope the GoPro hasn't died again. Otherwise, we're about to spend like $5. Alright. We got a live round in the Barrett. No more games. Here we go. Time to party. First try, piece of cake go. Baby, if you haven't shot a Barrett, I recommend you try it. All right, got my hat back on. I feel a whole lot better. Got my ears off. I feel good. We just shot. Let me stop for a second. Let me just say, that was a whole lot of fun filming this video, but put down in the comments if you think there's going to be any holes in that steel. Remember, 3/8 inch Walmart AR500. You know what, tell you the truth, I didn't even look at the label to see if it was AR500, but I'm guessing it probably is. But either which way, we just shot it with a whole bunch of stuff, even a 50 BMG. Let's take a look at the target. We're getting close here. This is interesting, guys. I just looked at the target and I'm here to tell you, I'm very surprised at what happened. But let's take a look. First thing you will notice, there are no holes in this thing. But we did dig a nice little trench there in the ground. But look, I cannot believe it. Good news is too, my 50 BMG is dialed in. You see that crater there in the middle? That's absolutely from the 50 BMG, so we know the 50 BMG is dialed in. Pretty cool to see some of those copper bullets. Those are the 450 Bushmaster, and then one of them's got to be the Barnes from 4570. But no holes in the target. Very, very surprising. Let's look at the back. And that 50 BMG shot made a bulge there, but that's literally the only one. I'm 100% glad I did not bet any money on that. If you had guessed or put a bid against me, I would have 100% said the 50 BMG would go through this 3/8 Walmart steel. But check it out. You guys saw it with your own eyes. We shot the Walmart steel with the 50 BMG and it survived. But Thanks for watching the video today, guys. That was a whole lot of fun. It's not very often you get to go out and shoot so many awesome guns, pistols, rifles. Crazy good time. Thanks for watching the video today, guys. This video was a whole lot of fun getting to shoot all those different firearms. Absolute blast. I don't know how we hit the target, especially with those rifles with this target so far away, but maybe we got lucky. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate you guys. Big shout out and a big thanks to Heavy Metal Guns and Outdoors. If you're not subscribed to their channel yet, go over there and check them out. They got a whole lot of awesome stuff there. Don't forget to subscribe to the WHOTEEWHO channel if you haven't already. We'll see you on the next one. WHOTEEWHO!